Hi, thanks. Yeah, I talk about art of data maturity modeling, which is not a tech talk. I'm not sure why I'm in the tech track today, maybe because I didn't have the time yesterday. It's a talk about where data science meets strategy. It's something fairly new, probably. I'll give you some insights, and then let's talk about something new. We went to Metro and got a question. A question is always a good starting point for any kind of project. Our question was, what does Metro need to do to become a leading analytics-driven omni-channel retailer? Which is an amazing question, very broad, difficult to answer. And they try to answer it for some years now, of course. So they are here, and there's any possible tomorrow you can think of to say, okay, what's the best way? So we're here now, and we are a leading data-driven omni-channel retailer on the right side. So how do we get there? Well, easy to say, we need to analyze the gap. And when you're into strategy consulting, there's something called fit gap analytics. It has nothing to do with data, although it's called analytics. But it's okay. Where are we now? Where do we want to head to? What are the fits? So what's fitting today and it's working for tomorrow? What are the gaps we need to close? And if you're a strategy consultant, you go there in top-down like Accenture, McKinsey do and everybody else. It doesn't work. Because they don't get it. They don't know about data, algorithm. They didn't get their hands dirty in data. They are not data scientists, mainly. So what we do, we analyze the gaps on the operational side and the organizational side. And I come to what that means. And we created a new framework. So we created a consulting framework, which, as far as I know, doesn't exist so far. And what is it? How does it work? Well, first of all, we try to do a bottom-up research. Well, do a lot of interviews and do a lot of talking and do a lot of workshops and try to understand, okay, who are they now? Where are they? And Metro Group is huge. It's Metro itself, it's Real, which is a daily dairy company, you know, supermarket, it's MediaMarkt Saturn, so all these entertainment and e-commerce stuff and everything, that's all Metro. So it's a huge, huge company. And we did data science, and why did we do it? Because the traditional approach to analyze capabilities and fits and gaps of a company regarding any kind of strategy, and in this case, data, algorithms, technology, mindset, is top-down. They look at the organization and say, okay, well, you have a lot of use cases, you have a lot of ideas. These are marketing cases. These are customer relationship management cases. These are use cases from logistics. And then they divide them up and try to get a better sense, okay, how does CRM need to look in the future? How does marketing need to look in the future? But that didn't get it. We all know that. As data scientists, we don't care if it's a predictive model case from logistics or marketing. They are quite similar. So we need to understand these kind of similarities and do it from bottom up. So we really need a framework that brings us the capabilities and the insights into the use cases and business cases they can think of, all the ideas, all the visions they have, yeah, from a data science view. And how did we do it? Well, we built a feature space. As data engineers and data scientists do. So we built a feature space, and these are the use cases. So we gathered all the use cases, the ideas, the visions they can think of from every department, from all of these single companies, MediaMarkt, Real, Metro itself. It was 50 plus cases, not that many actually, but quite a lot, from different departments, marketing, everything else. And then we created the feature space, built from, okay, what does this use case mean for the data? What kind of data do I need? What kind of algorithms do I need? What kind of business case is behind? What kind of value do I want to get? What kind of technology do I need? Is it real time? Is it not real time? Is it deep learning? Is it not deep learning? Whatever. So it's a feature space of more than 80 features. That's what we created. And then we applied data science, Python code on it, and did some stuff to say that, well, data science beats PowerPoint in consulting business. Data science needs to be part of a consulting job, and can be a part of a consulting job, to define data strategies by using data science methods, bottom up. We need the other top-down view as well. We can see it, but that's important. And so every single use case or business case, which is a business unit, a business metric, how many use cases, business cases can we get, and all this stuff, are placed in an n-dimensional room as we know it, and then we can create clustering and whatever and create this space. This is fairly simple data science, but we get a view. That's the world of tomorrow for Metro. They are somewhere here, but that's the world of tomorrow. That's where they want to head to. That's all the stuff they want to do. Just quite a lot. And then we can look at this. And by clustering, we create use case environments. That's how we call it. And they are different. They are, of course, forecasting, recommendation stuff, personalization stuff, and innovation space. We even added drone delivery of parcels to the front door of people as a use case. You can place any digital use case you can think of in the same room, in the same space. And then you have an overview. But what does it mean? We need to get to the capabilities now. Okay, what does Metro need now to create it themselves? So, but first we had a look, okay, well, it's huge. There are synergy potentials between MediaMarktSaturn and Real, between Metro itself and MediaMarktSaturn. There are synergies they can learn from each other, which they don't do now. Yeah. There's business unit specific focus. There are, of course, the marketing cases, but we don't have to talk about them at first hand. We don't have to divide all the use cases into marketing, CRM, logistics initially. We see it anyway. We see it anyway. They're all in the same space, and we can find them. We can see them. There's visionary stuff and so on. And what do we do now? Well, let's say this is Metro or MediaMarktSaturn or any company you can think of. That's what they want to achieve. That are all the use cases they want to achieve to come to the next level as a data enterprise. What can we create? Well, we can create an analytics signature of each department, of each team, of each company, and say, okay, if we look at our feature space, there's a lot of stuff you need to create this. Maybe a lot of stuff on the algorithm side, on the data side, tool side, processes, methods, and so on and so on. And we just add it up. And by adding it up, we can derive from this unique signature of a company's future the capabilities. We can say, okay, this is your needed, this is your plan, this is where you need to head to, that's derived from here, and this is your as is. And we can add skills to it, and when we do it, and this is just an example, we did a lot of times, and I can't show you all the insights, of course, but we can derive from, okay, by understanding who they are now, which capabilities they get, by analyzing their future using data science, we can see the gaps. And the gaps are, for example, here, well, they don't have a holistic overview of data landscapes plus restricted access to relevant data sources, which is an organizational task. It's the interface between business and IT that's not working right now. It's so damn important for any company. If that's not working, you can be visionary as you want. It doesn't work. Yeah. This is still a company's business, and they have their traditions. If you don't take care of the traditions and try to use this kind of stuff and build a new future from what you have, then it won't work. So that's all. And we did it for all the companies, all the teams, and identified either now the main gaps with all the details, let's say 50, 40, 50, 60 gaps. Whatsoever. And that's the status quo today. And the gaps say, okay, this is what you need to close. You need to close these gaps to be able to do all these use cases yourself. Not just on the skill level, but on any level. Processes, routines, cultural, data access, tools, the data itself, the algorithms you need to have, you need to learn, you need to train, you need to model, you need to whatever. It's all in there. I come to it next, why we do it. The next is, sorry, too fast. The next is, of course, it's not just operational capabilities that a company needs to get. Yes, of course, they want to do it themselves in the future. They want to become data-driven, so they need all this to get it done. But they need to frame it. So, of course, there's this strategy, consulting, organizational stuff as well, which I think we can do better than the consultants itself. Are there any consultants from Accenture here or McKinsey or whatever? Sorry. Yeah, you need to learn something. And so the organizational capabilities. And what did we do? Well, first of all, everybody wrote stuff about this is how your data enterprise need to look like. This is what you need to do to become data-driven. Yeah, so we looked at all this. We looked at Gartner, Booz Allen, Davenport, Capgemini, SAP, ourselves, Bitkom, Experton, Deloitte, you name it, everybody. All the papers, all the studies, all insights, everything that gets published. Yeah. We do it anyway, because we're interested in it, so we do it anyway, but we created the best of breed and said, okay, if everybody's saying this and this and this is good to do, this is bad to do. If we can put bad to the other side, it's good. So we just change it. So we add all the good things that these famous and very, yeah, they are okay, these good guys say, put it together and create a best of breed. With the idea, okay, a best of breed is the ideal data enterprise. You can't get any better. If you do anything right that these people tell you, it must be good. So, but what does it mean? So what's in this best of breed? Well, a lot of guiding principles we all know. It's something like, okay, knowledge sharing is important when you want to become a data enterprise. Senior level buy-in governance is important when you want to become a data enterprise. Community access, engagement, open your doors, open everything. Of course, very important. Connect to business strategy, IT, very important. Cross-functional teams, failure culture, use open source wherever possible because you don't have to buy in. Yeah, you don't have to pay it. It's not an invest in technology. It's access to all data, so give people access, your CRM team, your marketing teams, everybody, just give access. It's very important. Leader must know data by heart. If you create data science team, don't put a manager on top, a classic manager with an MBA. Put a chief data scientist on top, and all this stuff. That's in the best of breed. And that's the framing of any kind of organization. And if we put that into something like this, for example, add all these guiding principles into a lot of dimensions, horizons, whatever, we can say, well, the full circle would be the ideal enterprise. This is, of course, not mathematically correct. It is consulting. Yeah, but it works fantastic. And then you can assess a company's organizational capabilities or a team's organizational capabilities according to everything. Also cultural aspect, leaderships, routines, processes. How do they need to work? What kind of tools do they need? What kind of skills? And everything that we know. We are all the guys who created data science teams. We know how we can work, how we need to work, what we need to become a performing team. And of course, it's about performance. It's not just playing around, having fun, creating data labs. No. This is an organization. You have to look at this. And then you can look, okay, this is where we are now, for example, for one team or for one sales line, for example, Metro or MediaMarkt Saturn or whatever, and then we can look at it. And there are insights in it. This looks quite good. There are gaps that we need to close and all this stuff. It's just an example. It was a 3-month project where we got embedded at Metro with 3 people for 3 months and learned the company's business, understood how they work today, bring all our expertise in how they should work tomorrow, identified all these gaps on the operational organizational layer, and then created insights from it, recommendations, and in the end, a kind of data roadmap. Every company that wants to become a data enterprise needs a kind of roadmap that's important for C-level. This was a C-level project. It's not something we do for a team, but that's the most interesting part. We, as a small data science company, as Unbelievable Machine, are able to do C-level consulting, and everybody of you could do the same. Maybe it's not interesting for a lot of people. I love it. But we can do it. We just have to think and think differently. And yes, what can we do with all this insight? Well, we can create these maturity models. Does anybody hear the word capability maturity model? It's from IT organizational stuff. The IT organization has this maturity level right now, and they want to enhance. They want to become more mature as an organization. It's consulting stuff, yes. But all these models suck. If you're not into it, do some research, you will see it immediately, they suck. Why do they suck? They are not flexible, they are not dynamic, they are not specific enough for a specific enterprise. So what do you do? The road to data maturity, what we do at Metro is to say, okay, it doesn't matter how we call it and have these maturity levels. We just have to find some names for it. We just have to say, okay, this is your level right now, yeah? And put all the projects we identified from the roadmap in different lanes and say, okay, this is your maturity in skills, in data analytics, in strategy, in technology, infrastructure, and all that. And then say, okay, this is where you are right now. This is your maturity level right now. And then you can, by yourself, say, okay, we need to add maturity here to reach our next level. And that's very company specific. So you can create the names yourself, you can create the maturity levels yourself, it's company specific. But you can do it, and it's a kind of master plan. And it's really important. It gets more complicated. It's not just multidimensional data maturity, it always is. Any kind of capability maturity model is always multidimensional. But in this case, it was even more complicated because we had different sales lines, like MediaMarkt, Saturn, Real, Metro. You have maybe different teams at different maturity level. So it's really complicated. And you need to match, sync, and model the whole company's maturity with senior level buy-in, with C-level buy-in, and say, okay, this is where we're right now. Let's give it a name. Let's give it a name and say, okay, these are the next step. And then we reach the next level in Team A. And if we do this, we reach the next level in Team B. And we give it a name again, because then we can plan it. But it is specific. And like Tetris. It's really Tetris. So we play Tetris with Metro's operational and organizational capabilities. Sounds strange, but that's what we do. And that's awesome. Really awesome. So I already said it's a C-level thing. And so they need C-level consulting. What we call data thinking, and that's now the marketing style of Unbelievable Machine. We create a team, new consulting ideas, even a new role that I show you, called data thinking. And data thinking is the starting point of anything a data enterprise does. Any company needs to think data. Data is for data algorithms, technology, mindset, new routines, new tools, new kind of working, thinking, all this stuff. They need to do it. Yeah. We created a process model. There's a white paper out. You can look on our website. I don't detail it here. But what do we also need? A new role. And this is the first time that I show this. Well, you know all this from data science, from Hillary Mason. This is a new role we need to move data science expertise or data engineering, data expertise itself to strategy consulting, because we can do it. The companies need us to become a data enterprise. There's nobody out there who can do it. So we need new roles, new mindsets, new people. For us, it's at the intersection of data science, business innovation, arts, and facilitation. And of course, these are the awesome data thinkers. In the middle, in between. We just published a blog post yesterday, so you can read the details. What does arts mean? Why arts? Do we build sculptures? Yes, we do. Facilitation is about dynamic, or the modeling of dynamic group processes and the moderation, mediation, and this kind of stuff. So have a look, and have a look at the white paper. And if you're interested in data thinking and want to become a data thinker yourself, maybe you join us and we should talk. That's it. Everything else about Unbelievable Machine, it's on the website anyway. So enjoy your day.